Hello, everybody, and welcome to Virtual Bourbon. My name is Steve Akley, and we've got a fun event tonight. We're going to be tasting some Knob Creek store picks, which are always good. That's some of my favorite. They're very consistently good, and I tend to pick those up when I see them. And we've got 4 different ones. We're going to be playing a couple different things here. We're going to be ranking them, so that's going to be the goal of what you're doing tonight. So as we taste all 4 of these, and we'll go through them 2 times. The first time we're going to be very participative. I'm going to ask everybody on the call for tasting notes and that type of thing, so you can contribute to that. And then we'll go through a second time, a little bit higher level, where we just want to see if anything's changed or anything like that. And if so, has it changed for the better or for worse? And then we'll go through and have you guys rank them, and 1 being your favorite down to 4 being your least favorite. We'll take that data, and it'll tell us a couple things. What store did the best? So that's kind of a cool thing. We want to see what store did the best with the pick. And then we've got this kind of little sub script going as well. We've got what state, because we've got 2 of these from Kentucky. So those would be Toddy's and Keystone Liquor. So Toddy's, those are both in Bardstown. And then you've got 2 from Missouri. So you got Total Wine and More, did one of the picks, and then Dirt Cheap, which is another liquor store in St. Louis. So those are the 4 that we're going to be tasting on a blind basis, and we'll see who did the best overall, and then what state did better. I guess maybe there's even a couple ways you can look at that. Well, we'll see if one wins outright. So there's obviously whatever state scores the highest would be maybe the winner, but then you've got to add those both up, and does one state outweigh the other one? So it'll be, just fun to mess with the stats a little bit at the end, but we'll talk about that when we get through all of this. We're going to start out by tasting A. We want to pour B now as we go to taste A. So we'll pour B. B will sit out for just a little bit as we're talking about A. So pour B, grab A. Color looks good. Knob Creek picks are usually pretty good on color. Ooh, that's nice on the nose. Yeah. Nice brown sugar and just a sweet nose. Anybody else get anything on the nose of note?
A little bit of circus peanuts.
Circus peanut, okay.
Getting some cotton candy.
Some cotton candy, all right. Yeah, that's pretty good. Brad, no Sally tonight?
No what?
No Sally for Brad.
She's
Brad,
on
not Fred.
yeah, she's on her SHRM certification.
Ah, okay. The old SHRM. Okay.
Yeah, 6 to 9.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, let's give this first one a taste. Cheers, gang. Taste number 1. Here we go. Woohoo. That is nice. All of these are the same proof, so it'll be interesting to see how they play out on the taste. But that's solid. I mean, that's got kind of rye breadish, but also maybe a little cinnamon in there. So yeah, kind of nice. It heats up pretty good. I mean, it's a warm one for sure. What do you guys think? Jim, what do you think as you taste this one?
It's like some burnt sugar on the end.
Yeah, that's a good.
It's nice. It's got a good finish on it. Good hug. I'm thinking it feels to me like it was high up in the rick. I don't know. It's nice. I do like that one. It's like as far as other flavors, I'm still I didn't get my initial warm up kind. So my palate's not ready yet.
Okay. We're jumping right over. Mr. Bill, what do you think?
I like it.
I like it. Okay. That's good.
It's I think it's got the right amount of heat. And I mean, it's just, I've had a few that were better, but not many.
Okay. That's pretty high regard there. Yeah. Bob, what do you think?
Nice peppery finish.
Kind of sticks with you, that pepper on the tongue.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree. Brad, what do you think?
Agree with everyone so far. It does have a long finish, still lingering.
Yeah.
All over the tongue, really.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Fred, how about you, man? As you taste this one?
Yeah, I get that burnt sugar on the taste too, and it's really well balanced.
Mm-hmm.
Great finish too. Yeah.
Yeah. This one is. It's just solid.
Mm-hmm.
It's sweet. It's got great mouthfeel. I mean, it's a great bourbon for sure. Yeah. We'll go to Casey. Casey doesn't like the higher proof stuff. So what do you think of this one, Casey?
Well, it does come in a little hot, but
Mhm.
it's manageable. I'm getting that kind of bready, doughy center, hint of cinnamon, a nice sizzle.
Yeah.
Little thin mouthfeel. I like a silkier mouthfeel, but it's not bad.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
That's good. That's good. All right. Next, we'll talk to Jason about this one.
Yeah, I get the spice and a nice I wouldn't say a burn, but a nice long finish. It's not quite a burn. It's just a good heat to me,
Right.
on the finish, and so it's almost like a pepper kind of burn, but it's very, very nice. I like it.
Yeah. I agree with you on the heat. When it's hot, just to be hot, it's not good,
Right.
But this one's got some character to it. It does come in, warm, but in a good way. So I like what's going on here. Andy, how about you?
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I really, really enjoy it. It's very nice. I do get that burnt sugar on the end,
Mhm.
and a little bit of that spice at the end as well. It's a nice long finish. I get just a bit of caramel
Yeah.
and that brown sugar on the front end, but then on the back end it gets a little bit of that heat, and really, like somebody else said, really well balanced, I think.
Yeah. And this is your first event with us, right? Jason introduced you to us, so that's correct.
You did, yeah.
You guys are friends, and yeah. So we appreciate you being part of this, and welcome to the.
Yeah,
to
I'm
the group.
excited to be here.
Yeah.
So, Steve, are these all like 9 years old, roughly? About the same age? I mean, they're all the same 120, right? Proof wise?
Yeah, they're all the same proof wise. And let me and again, I'm just gonna pull this out at random order here. I'll tell you that so this one here is 9 years old. So this one here is this one's about 8 years old, eight and change.
They're all going to be pretty close.
Yeah, they're going to be pretty close. Let me just double check all of them though. This one here, also nine and some change on that one, and then this one here. Okay. Oh, we got one that is got some age to it. 14 years old. 14
Wow.
years old.
Okay.
There's one that's got it. So that's interesting, right?
Something to note.
Oh, so kind of another story here. Can we pick out the really old one? Those tend to be, I mean, everything aside, you tend to gravitate towards those when you're doing these. So, all right, let's pour C just to get that in the glass. We're going to be talking about B though in a second here. Let's talk about B. All right. Okay. That's interesting. So I'm getting like the first, when I put my nose in there, I got like the brown sugar, but then as I took a deeper breath of it, it kind of got the bubble gum taste and just kind of the generic.
Oh, I can get that. I get that
bazooka.
now.
Yeah. It's there.
Little
Cinnamon.
cherry, too.
Mm-hmm. What'd you say, Fred?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon? Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
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 Fred, for those that don't know Fred, he's part of the tasting panel at Buffalo Trace. So certainly well known for his palate. And when is your second barrel pick coming out? He got the honor of doing a barrel pick of Buffalo Trace. So every once in a while, one employee do one if you're part of that tasting panel. He got to do one. It sold out in less than 2 hours or something like that.
Yeah.
And the employees didn't get any of them. So they're allowing him to do a second one, which I guess you've already done. But yeah. So when does that come out, Fred?
I don't know. I picked it in December, and Susanna said she thinks it's going to be pretty soon. So I'm gonna have to get in contact with her. She had to look it up, but
yeah. So that's interesting. So
yeah.
If you go to Buffalo Trace, Fred's a tour guide there as well. So definitely say hello and get lucky enough to get on one of his tours. He knows a lot of stuff, that's for sure.
You'll get some of that too, Steve.
yes, I want some of that. So that'll be good. We'll we may do one of those events again where we let some of the group come in. That'd be cool. That way we can spread the love with the group. So all right, let's taste this one, see what we got. That's interesting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's good, but it's less than the first one. Not as in depth and as much character as the first one. It is sweet with a little spice at the end again.
It's in different spots though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, the last one it was jawline. This one's really like the top and the mid palate.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely getting on the top of my palate for sure. Yeah.
Sides of the tongue also.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Not near the finish as the first one for me.
No.
Little thinner.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the first one was a little bit more cinnamon roll like. This is more like a cracker.
A cracker. Okay.
Yeah.
A crack.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't know enough about crack.
Hopefully nobody on this event knows about that, but yeah, just what we've seen in movies, I guess. Andy, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, I agree. It's it's definitely thinner, and you got the spice on the end, but I'm getting a little bit of marshmallow.
Okay.
Just a bit of marshmallow and kind of the nose, definitely the bubble gum. I'm smelling that. The marshmallow and cinnamon for sure.
Yeah, there's a sweetness that you get that hits the palate, and then as it transitions through. So yeah, I can see marshmallow. Bob, what do you think?
It's definitely more fall off the porch whiskey than the first one.
Right. Fall off the porch being defined as yes, you just drink it and you don't even realize what's going on until you go to get up, or you just simply just roll off your chair and off the porch, which is our friend McNew used to do that. Yeah,
very approachable, much lighter than the other one all the way around.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Brad, what do you think? Oops, you're on mute. Brad's on. I'm sure what he was saying was really good too. So it probably won't be as good when you say it this time. Right. It was eloquent, I'm sure, the first time.
I definitely got Fred cinnamon on the nose, and so much so that I don't know if you've ever actually smelled cinnamon and gotten in your nose where it kind of gets in the way.
Like on these TikTok videos.
Yeah, I guess there is something. Yeah.
There's like cinnamon challenge or something. I don't know.
It was enough to make me, want to get it out of my nose. I like cinnamon, but lighter than the first one. Still decent.
Yeah, definitely not bad by any means. Fred, anything else to add to this one?
It's not as sweet as the first one. It's kind of bitter.
Yeah,
in a way. Yeah.
Mr. Bill?
Yeah, when you get just a little bit too much cinnamon oil in something, it gets that hot, uncomfortably just bitter hot. That's what I'm getting out of this one. I don't like it nearly as well as the first one.
Okay. All right. Jim, how about you?
Definitely the cinnamon, and the fact that it was thinner. I wasn't getting a whole lot of other flavors out of it. You know, the viscosity just wasn't there. Definitely not as enjoyable as the first one.
Okay.
I mean,
What is that? What is that you got there? Girl Scout cookie? What are you eating there?
no pretzels.
Oh, pretzels.
Clear in the palate.
Gotcha. Gotcha. All right. We'll come back to this one. We'll see what the impact just sitting around for a little bit does to it. So we'll put that aside. And of course, we'll pour D. Pour D. And we'll let D sit around for just a little bit here. Speaking of D, did you see that skier got his penis frozen yesterday? I would quit.
Fall off.
Is the fact that it wasn't the first time it happened. It was the second time it happened to him.
I would figure out something I could do in the summer games after the first time this thing happened.
I'm to retire.
Yeah, this is terrible.
He's gonna retire something.
In your jock or something. I mean, good Lord, man. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
He's gonna retire something.
Yeah. That was weird. All right. This one's pretty light on the nose, maybe like a sugar cookie. It's so light, you know, which a sugar cookie is probably the least of the, but it's got the little sweetness there that I'm getting. So I'm thinking like the sugar cookie might be a good descriptor. There's not a whole lot there. Anybody getting anything?
Burnt sugar, but
yeah.
Getting a little bit of leather.
Little leather, okay.
What are those cookies that are kind of syrupy?
Snickerdoodle.
Snickerdoodles. That's what I'm getting.
That's what I'm getting.
Okay. Fair enough. All right, let's try this one. Sometimes they surprise you. You don't know. You can't write anything off. You never know.
Oh, I like snickerdoodle, so that's good.
Yeah, I like snickerdoodles. Yeah, this one's good. Kind of almost peanut brittle or something like that. I mean,
I get that snickerdoodle on the taste. Yeah.
This might be the snickerdoodle pick then. Yeah.
And the snickerdoodle dandy.
I don't even know what that means. The snickerdoodle dandy. Okay.
I don't either.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's start with Mr. Whitlatch. What are your what kind of taste you getting here on this one, Bob?
Well, it's a sugar cookie prompted it, but there's baking spices in there too, which made me think of snickerdoodle.
The snickerdoodle, yeah. Yeah.
Your wife's snickerdoodles.
Yeah. She's not too bad, right? She did the holiday
yeah.
cookies. Yeah. Yeah. She was all nervous about that, yelling at me. Now, when she got positive feedback, she likes that event. She thought that was we should do that one again. Yeah, we should do that one again. That was good. Yeah, she's screaming at me when this is going on, you know. But yeah, I think everybody pretty much liked her stuff, so she didn't do too bad. But yeah, gosh, if the feedback would have came back bad, I'd probably be living somewhere else right now. This one's also got a nice long finish. It doesn't heat up quite as much as some of the others, but it does stay with you. It sticks around for a long time. Yeah.
It's still with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your thoughts, Fred, on the taste? I think you getting anything unique or?
No. And I get that that burnt sugar kind of on all three of these as far as the nose goes. Yeah. But nothing. I get that snickerdoodle taste for just a couple seconds, and that goes away.
Yeah.
But burnt sugar and.
Yeah. How about you, Brad? What are your thoughts?
I get it's sugar sweet, almost like simple syrup on the tip of my tongue, whether it's brown sugar simple syrup or everybody's going with caramelized.
Yeah.
But it's good. It's a sweet finish.
Yeah.
I mean, all the way.
Yeah. Andy, how about you, man?
Yeah, I agree. It's doesn't have the burn on the end, but it's definitely got that that cookie kind of doughy
Yeah.
and a lot of sweetness.
A lot of sweetness there. Yeah. Yeah. What about you, Jim? Jump up to
I was
Jim.
thinking peanut brittle.
Peanut brittle. Yeah.
That's I think more than anything, I think that's what I taste on it now is peanut brittle.
Mhm.
And you know, it goes down real nice. There's not a whole lot of you know, mouth burn or anything like that. So it's like this is probably a lower Rickhouse barrel somewhere down there, because we know they're all 120, and this didn't hit anything
Right.
at all like the first
Yeah.
two.
It's true.
Still had a long finish, but like I said, just wasn't a lot of hug. There wasn't a lot of linger in the mouth. It was just, but it was a nice long finish that way.
Yeah.
I like this one.
Yeah. Mr. Bill, how about you?
I like this finish real well as also. Nothing new to say. I mean, we've all said about the same thing. Snickerdoodles all day.
Snickerdoodles. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
It's amazing how different this one is than the other two.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely. Jason, how about you, man?
It is. I get the sweet taste to it. Almost for me, it's almost kind of like a syrup, a maple syrup. I can see the snickerdoodle. It has a nice long finish. It's a lot stronger than the second one, but to me, not as long as the first one. But I like the mouthfeel of this one probably the most. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I agree.
Last but not least on this one is Casey.
Yeah, so I'm all in on Snickerdoodle. It is a lot silkier, like a syrup, like a golden
Yeah,
syrup.
yeah.
I don't know if you've ever cooked with golden syrup. It's kind of like corn syrup, but it's
Mhm.
sugar.
Mhm.
It's kind of buttery. And if A is the warm up act, then C is the after dinner, drink. For
Yeah.
sure. It's very post desserty kind of.
Yeah. Yeah. You might extend that dinner course a couple rounds too, though.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Very drinkable. Very drinkable. So
Mhm.
yeah. All right, let's put that one aside for a moment. We will come back to all of these, but let's grab the D and talk about this one.
ooh,
Mm.
Buttery and syrup waffles, and kind of that bakery, but also syrupy and definitely butter for me.
Yeah, that syrupy waffles, I think, really nails it for me.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Interesting. Anything else on the nose? Oh, go ahead.
I'm getting some bubble gum. I mean,
Bubble gum.
Yeah.
All right. Now this group, Jason, you haven't been in the group long, but this group, you really got to define the bubble gum, because we're experts at all kinds. I mean, this could be bubblicious, bubble yum, Trident,
Hubba
Big Red.
Bubba.
Juicy
Hubba
fruit.
Bubba.
Bubba.
Okay, we know Hubba Bubba is one we use. Absolutely, that's part of the
Bazooka.
yeah. Bazooka. Tops baseball card bubble gum sometimes
yeah,
gets
yeah.
stated.
Big
Yeah.
League Chew.
Big League Chew. Yeah, Juicy Fruit. We say a lot. Yeah, we've even had that clove gum
Fruit
come
Stripe.
about. Yeah, Fruit Stripe
Yeah,
comes
Or
about.
just the
Blackjack.
powder that's on the bubble gum before you put it in your mouth.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's that. All right, let's taste her. See what we got here. That one's. It's hard to believe it's the same
Mm.
proof as the other ones.
Oh, so smooth.
Yeah, yeah. It's got a
There's-
nice mouthfeel too.
The spice just boo,
Yeah.
all over the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Oh yeah, and it builds.
Yeah.
What was the small cinnamon chewing gum that came in a odd shape?
In an odd shape, like
Yeah,
Trident. You're talking, or
Yeah, like Trident, but it was
Dentine.
Dentine. Oh, there you
Dentine.
go. Yeah. Now we're doing good. Yeah. Get the young crowd on here. They wouldn't know what we're talking about. That's the best. Mhm. Well, that's pretty darn good. I mean,
spice really coats the whole mouth,
Yeah.
but it's not like overly intense in any one place. It really just kind of tingles all the way through.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of almost feels like electrified a little bit, because it kind of just buzzes your tongue for quite a while after you drink it. So it's interesting sensation. Pop rocks-ish, maybe. If there was such thing as cinnamon pop rocks, maybe that would be close.
Is that a first? Is that a first reference?
That's a first. I don't think we've ever said pop rocks before.
Usually cinnamon red hots.
Yeah.
Chewy things.
But this has got those zingers, so it's kind of the pop rocks is it. So yeah, I've invented a new one tonight. All those people didn't show up. They're going to be bummed the moment that got invented. So well,
they're gonna have to watch the video.
Yeah, Bob with his official tasting glass, the little mini solo cup. What are your thoughts as you taste this one?
This is it's a little more rounded than the other. It seems to punch all the buttons instead of just half of them. It's great finish. I get a little maybe a whiff of smoke on the nose.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's the char, maybe.
It's interesting, right? So yeah.
What kind of smoke though?
Mesquite. He wants to know specifically what kind of smoke. Applewood.
Yeah, that's way beyond my capabilities.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, that was Bill. Yeah. So, Brad, what are your thoughts as you taste this one?
I thought the first one was well balanced. This one is more balanced.
Yeah.
Someone said hitting all the buttons. Yeah.
I don't know. It has that. It's well rounded enough. It's almost like someone says, "Well, what's bourbon?" Because that's tough to explain.
Right.
This would be one that might be representative of that. Yeah. Well, we probably should have had a control in here of just the regular Knob Creek Shelfie though, to see how close this is to that versus the other ones kind of seem far enough out that they're off profile. So that'd be interesting. We didn't have a control tonight, but Mr. Bill, what are your thoughts on this one?
This is kind of middle of the road of some of them. It's got a good nose and a good flavor, good, everything. It's not too sweet, not too dry, not too hot,
Yeah. It's like that porridge, when the Goldilocks story. Yeah. This one's just right.
It's Goldilocks.
Right. It's the Goldilocks pick. Yeah. Jim, well, how about you, man? What are your thoughts?
Definitely getting sweetness up front. I'm getting more vanilla on the nose now.
Okay.
That's been sitting in the glass a little while. A little sweet up front. On the back end, I'm getting more of like a, like if you had like an orange twist and lit it on fire to kind of toast up the oil. I'm getting kind of like a burnt orange like that.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, it's nice. I think the finish and the heat is somewhere between the A and the C. I think the A had the longest hardest hit finish on it, where C was really smooth and easy. This kind of falls right in the middle.
Yeah. Fred, how about you? What are your thoughts?
I go along with all that. This had some of that bitterness. What was it? C that had the bitterness to it.
Yeah.
This has some of that, but really well balanced. And I love when you first drink it, that spice that just covered the whole tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How about you, Andy?
Well balanced.
Yeah, I agree. I like that spice covering the whole tongue. But the finish doesn't last quite as long as A.
Yeah.
Sure. And I'm getting, so what I'm thinking of now with the nose is pipe tobacco.
Pipe tobacco. Okay.
Yeah, and I can't tell you because I don't smoke pipes. So I can't tell you about tobacco, but it really reminds me of that quite a bit.
That seems to be a trend that's dying, right? Seems like when I was a kid, people smoked pipes and stuff like that. That's very rare these days. You see somebody like Mike Veach does, but not a whole lot of people. Not a whole lot. Yeah. Jason, how about you?
I think overall it's a really good drinker, but I think it you get that spiciness on the front end and it's well balanced, but I think it has a short finish. It's not giving me that hug that definitely A and C do, but it's a good drinker that I keep drinking it, and I was like, I got to save a little for the second round.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I wasn't watching the screen the whole time. Oh, okay, there he is. I thought maybe Casey fell off the chair, so he's okay though. I thought you might have fallen off the chair there, Casey. Like the porch drinking thing. So I thought maybe
I had a cat situation that.
Okay. So that's good. That's actually a good thing, I guess. Yeah. We've never had anybody fall off the chair on one of these events. Now, while podcasting, yes, I've had my co-host fell off the chair one time, and she just finished the show from the floor. Just had to yell up to. She said she couldn't get up, so we just let her finish the show from the floor. She's my announcer, quality programming. Yeah.
Was it McNew?
It was McNew, of course.
Yeah. I think she yelled, "I'm fine. I'm fine."
Yeah. Yeah. It sounds like she's in a tin can because she's so far away and she's trying to yell up. But yeah. Casey, what are your thoughts on this one as we try it here?
On D.
D, yeah.
So I mean, I think it's like super. It's almost it's so balanced. It's almost not interesting. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Because that is part of a barrel pick, right? You want something off profile and unique and different.
Yeah.
So that's what you're shooting for. You're not shooting for this is a great everyday drinker. I'm closely matched the shelfie version. Oh no, you don't want that at all. You want to take it in a different direction. So, but you want it to be good. That's key.
I wouldn't put D at 120 proof. But
yeah, that's
true.
And
it does not feel like
I would guess this might be the 14 here.
Mm-hmm. Okay. He's putting he's casting
the marker down.
Oh, you're locking it in this early on.
No,
he's locking it in. Okay. All right. Okay, we've gone through them one time. We're going to go through a second time. Not calling anybody out. So this is just if you want to add anything to the official record, we're going to go through, nose, and taste each one of these another time. But again, not go into the depth we did the first time. So we start all the way back at the beginning. That means we go back to A, and let's talk about A. That nose even got a little bit more intense. Even this one had the biggest nose on it to begin with, and it's still bold.
I'm getting sugar cookies now.
Yeah, it's all good stuff on the nose. There's a lot there, but
this is the sweetest of the bunch, I think.
Yeah. That's definitely from the bakery. Those are all those smells are coming from the bakery here.
Almost like a rum-soaked raisin kind of.
Yeah, that's cool. All right.
Not that y'all aren't from down here, but this is like king cake with that thick icing in the dough.
Oh. Mm-hmm. To try that next time I'm down there. Sounds intriguing. All right, let's taste it. Let's see what we got here.
Good.
Yeah.
Ooh, that heat is still right in there.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hot for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It comes in quiet and smooth, and then boom.
Yes, it's a delayed fuse. I'll give it that. As I did, I was like, oh, it doesn't have the heat like it did. And then all of a sudden it's like, boom.
Boom.
Yeah.
That fuse goes off and it comes in pretty hot then. Yeah.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It definitely is. There's a whole experience there. You're like, the heat's gone, but no, it's there. Definitely.
Still got that good kind of sweet dough, sweet cake kind of thing going on. And, cinnamon and this is just as good as it's better than it was, I think, the first time around.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I'm drinking all these, by the way. So some of you save for some of the samples. I don't. I'm gonna go through all these. These will all be gone at the end of the night.
Sometimes I'm down to just a tiny taste at the end of my glass, and I'll pour them all together.
Pour them together. Yeah.
Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's not.
Oh, Steve, I got a whole 750 infinity bottle of leftovers.
Really? All
Yeah.
right. You've assembled a 750. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I got more left over. I'm so weak.
You're weak.
I've got an infinity barrel, but it's not full.
Wow.
Oh, so you're barrel aging your stuff? Oh, and
Nice,
of course,
Jim.
Jim is
I
the
know Fred recognizes that one.
yeah. Jim is
Oh, Eagle Rare.
the master of the infinity bottle. So yeah, he's got all the rules down. I mean, trust me, when you get into it, you ask him how to do a proper infinity bottle.
Got 3 going right now.
3 of them going. So do you just pour it all together, then drink it, Jim? Is that how that works?
I like to let it melt for a little while.
Yeah, of
the
course.
longer, the more I add at once, the longer I like to let it sit. So if I put a bunch of pours in at once, I might let it sit 2 to 4 weeks, and then
Okay.
I'll come back.
If you had 10 pours to add in there, would you put them in all at once, or would you
Yes.
stage that over time?
I would. Well, it would take too long to stage it, kind of waiting in between. So it's like I would pour them all at once and just let it ride for another month or 2 before I try it.
Do you have to shake your bottle at all, or do you just let it go? You move it around?
Sometimes I kind of agitate it just a little bit just to make sure it's mixing.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Okay.
Well, mine's not as fancy. Mine's mostly the stuff that I voted the least for, the stuff that I had left over that was like in 4th, 5th, and 6th place. So that's all kind of like my house bourbon. My Manhattan bourbon, my smoked bourbon.
Makes sense. Yeah.
But
The ones that are
Casey-
left over are not your favorites. So yeah.
Yeah, Casey, you understand though, shit in, shit out, right?
Well, I mean,
I mean,
I'm gonna
that's
mix it
basic
with
computer programming, right?
stuff. You're right. It absolutely is. But we'll see how it works. I mean, if it's terrible, then I've lost nothing.
One of the things that I like about doing something like that, though, is keeping as much detail as you can, the records on what you poured in there, so that after a year or 2, you can look back and say, it's like it's a way to remember all the stuff that's in there. And so if it was a single barrel pick of something, you've got who made the pick, how long was it aged, where did it come from in the rick, what was the barrel number, what proof was it, all that kind of thing. And I always try to make sure I'm always putting the same size, pour in the bottle every time, no matter what it is. So
Really? Boy. Yeah.
That sounds too much like
Jim's
work.
he's dedicated to this. I'm telling you.
that bottle has had over 200 pours in it.
Wow.
So
Wow.
So you're doing like a Solera at this point where you're just adding a little bit more and a little bit more. And eventually it's just going to layer and layer and layer.
Right.
It does. But it's like, that's the thing is once you pour it, it's like it seems like it's a little hot immediately if you try it right away. And then it totally smooths out after that. If you wait a few weeks, to a month before tasting it again, it's like it really starts to melt. So
yeah, interesting. All right, let's talk about B.
Back to work.
Back to work. Again, it's evolved a little bit on the nose here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Almost. So it's kind of weird. I'm getting almost like a peaty note on the nose.
Getting a little cola.
Cola, okay. Yeah.
Like a generic cola, though.
It's just changed. It's just changed. Okay. All right.
Maybe a big K.
Okay. Big K cola. All right. Makes sense. I mean, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also heats up a little bit, stays with you.
Creeps up a little bit more on you, but it's definitely got the heat. It seems it's got a little flatness to it that I'm not digging too much.
Well, it's cola. The cola went flat.
Yeah.
Simple. Yeah.
Or front palate that I remember from last time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting nonetheless. So okay. Anything else to add to that one? All right. Let's move onward to C. Ooh. That is delightful on the nose. I thought it
A
was
little more
really weak.
sweetness than I remember.
I thought this one was really weak on the nose last time. Remember, it was the
was.
sugar cookies one, but it was just faint. It's a little stronger on the nose. I like it. We'll see what that does to the taste. Let's give it a try. Here we go.
One of those, the Pillsbury orange cinnamon rolls.
Oh yeah, those are good actually. Yeah, they're not bad.
I don't think we said that last time, but yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Also kind of gets you still with that the spice we talked about the first time.
That finish.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting.
Long finish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah. The spice builds.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
It's almost like it's got tannin in it, how it grips your tongue. Like a really big red wine, you know?
Yeah.
Like almost dries me out a little bit.
Red wine pop rocks. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. That's what it is. Red wine pop rocks. Interesting. Anything else to add to this one for the official record before we close this one down? Okay. I'll close that out. It is now in the books. Last but not least is D.
Sweetness.
Sweet. Yeah.
Vanilla sugar cookie.
Sugar cookie. Okay. Yeah.
Very doughy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Maybe like the sugar cookie dough as opposed to the baked sugar cookies. All right, let's try this last one. Cheers on D, last one of the night. Here we go. Cheers.
Mm.
Yeah. I mean, still solid.
I think it's a little more interesting this time around than I said earlier.
Okay. Brown sugar and oak. I mean, vanilla. What else you guys think? Anything else?
Maybe a little tobacco on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, small tobacco in the glass bill.
Yeah.
I don't know who else has smoked here. I smoked for 19 years, but if you get a little bit too much of the tar and nicotine in your mouth from a cigarette or a pipe or cigar or something, you get that kind of a nicotine burn in your mouth, and I'm getting a little bit of that from this.
Okay. I wouldn't think that's a pleasurable situation. I don't know, right, Bill? I mean,
well, not now. It's not, but then it kind of was.
Then you liked it. Oh yeah. Bill was like, yes, I'm alive. I'm smoking. Yeah.
Here's the thing, Steve. We only have one I like it from Mr. Bill so far today.
Right.
So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Only one rated and I like
it.
it.
One I kind of like it.
Right. Right.
I think this is the most I've heard Mr. Bill, offer opinions.
Right.
Beyond
Right.
I like it.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome.
He's giving a little insight there. Yeah.
Yeah. We all grow a little bit. I need to quit growing. I'm going to grow out of my clothes.
Yeah. Yeah. He got me good one time on a live event. We had a distillery on, and I threw it to Bill. I just wanted him to give his catchphrase, "I like it." And I say to Bill, "What do you think of that?" And he's like, yeah, it's okay, I guess. Oh, I just died. I just literally a little bit of me died during that event. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that's
it was awkward for me.
I was like, that's his second best rating. I'm just making stuff up at that point. I'm like, I like it, then it's okay. It's number two. It's I didn't know what to do there, Bill. Believe me, I'm not throwing. When we have distilleries on, Bill will not. I'm just muting him. He doesn't get to talk anymore.
You see my mouth moving.
You're right. He got me too good. Yeah. I got what I deserved, I guess.
It's okay.
Yeah. Ooh. All right. Anything else to add to D there before we close it out? All right. What I do next, again, your job is to rank these 1 to 4, 1 being your favorite, 4 being your least favorite. I'll give you a couple minutes to do that, where I sit here in silence and I don't talk, allowing you to work freely without interruption. Yeah. No. I'll have you read it to me in a second here, because I got to go to a spreadsheet. I can't bounce back and forth.
You say you're going to mute yourself?
No. I'm going to just sit here silently. I won't talk. Allow you to work independently, like homeroom back in the day. Just sit there. We'll do your homework without interruption, without anyone talking to bother you. Allowing you to put together that list, just super quiet. Just no noise at all, no interruptions.
You're gonna do like a hypnosis tape, Steve,
Yes, you guys will all be out.
of
Wait for you
visualization.
to go.
Yeah. Yes. Do whatever tasting you need, side by side. Tiebreakers. We're looking for a couple things here. We're going to see what is best overall. That'll be an interesting award. And then what state does better? Kentucky, which I like Kentucky, but I like Missouri better. That's my home state. So I'm rooting for Missouri here. Go Missouri. Can Missouri do it? We will see. Can Missouri be the champ, beating Kentucky at their own game? All right. Give you just another minute or so to finish that ranking. And then I'll call on you and we'll go through your list. All right, are we good? Does anyone need more time? Okay. I'm going to switch over to that spreadsheet I was talking about. I can't see you. I can hear you. So if you need me, you can't put it in a chat or anything like that or wave. I don't see any of that. You have to call out. So with that, I'm going in just the order that I guess it's the reverse order of registration here. So Andy, you're first. What's your ranking here?
Right. So A is number 1.
Okay.
D is number 2.
Okay.
C is number 3.
Okay.
And B is number 4.
B is number 4. Okay. Jason, you're next.
I'm going C, D, A, B.
Oh, interesting. Okay. All right. Brad.
I'm going A, D, C, B.
Okay. You're just like Andy there.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Whitlatch.
He's on mute.
Bob.
You're on mute, Bob.
Oh, say, yeah, I didn't know that. Thank you guys, because I can't see him. So
Thank you, gentlemen. I like C the best.
okay.
D,
All right.
B, A.
B, A last. Okay. All right, Jim.
I had CADB.
C, A, D, B. Okay. Casey.
A, D, C, B.
Okay. That's the most common one.
Yeah.
Close.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Just checking the results right now. All right. Bill, you're next.
Alpha, Delta, Bravo, Charlie.
Okay. He mixed it up a little bit there. All right. Last but not least is Fred.
I'm also going C, D, A, and B.
A and B. Okay. All
It's
right.
going to be really funky.
It is.
Wow.
It is. All right. So, okay.
That was really tight, really tight.
All right.
Closer on
Okay.
the second pass than I thought it was going to be.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It was. So fourth is pretty easy. It's I'm gonna just write these down so I've got them here.
So the total wine pick came in last.
Okay. And all right. We have a clear-cut winner, which is good. And we also have a state clear-cut winner. Either way you dissect it, we have a winner on the state. So if you say the state that came in first also had the most cumulative points as well. So that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. So you could have barely won one, and then had the next two that were higher. But so in last place, in fourth place, was B with only 14 points. Only 14 points. So B was clearly our least favorite of the night, which is, I think, pretty obvious as we go through those. It gets really interesting. This is as close as can be, but there is a clear-cut winner. So in tied for second and third with 23 points is C and D. C and D are tied. And with the clear-cut winner by only 1 point, though, 24 points, is A. A is the winner with 24 points. 24 points. So just so you know who these are now, let me see here. So A is Total Wine and More. So they won, actually.
Missouri, big time.
Yeah, Missouri. So B was Keystone Liquors. So that's the Bardstown liquor store near Lux Row, if you've been there, right across the street from them. Next up, C is a Bardstown institution. So again, the other two here are tied, and C and D are tied. Toddy's, the Bardstown institution, is tied with Dirt Cheap, liquor store chain here in St. Louis. A weird name, though, right? So overall, I mean, if you look at it, Total Wine being a Missouri one, they win for best in show, but they also win most cumulative points because they had 24 and a 23. So they had 24 with Total Wine, 23 with Dirt Cheap. Kentucky had 23 for Toddy's, but only 10 for Keystone Liquor. So it was 47 to 33. So Missouri wins. Hey! So, and
well, you may say that, but where was this distilled?
It's all distilled at the same place, Claremont, Kentucky, right? So yeah.
But I said we all win.
We all win. Okay.
So was C the 14 year, or which one was the 14 year?
What? Let's do that in the chat. You can just reply to everybody, and just if you want to do that, and then let me grab 14 year. That was this one. Let me see which one that one is. Okay.
I get the chat here.
So this one is actually, it's 13 years and 9 months, it looks like. So close, because they just give you the time frame, but 13 years, so 10, 14, 04 it was barreled, and it was selected 9, 14, 18. So interesting.
I mixed my last bits together and it was pretty good.
Okay. All right. D, C, D, 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 D. Only one guessed A. Jason, congratulations. You win. The Total Wine pick A was the old one. The rest were pretty close in age. The standout one was the Total Wine pick at almost 14 years of age.
That is stunning to me.
I'm
It's so
because I thought
explosive.
it had more nicotine taste, more tobacco, so I assumed that was an older one. But
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
That explosiveness of the heat is so exciting for a 14 year. I mean, I'm stunned.
Yeah. Pretty wild stuff, huh?
Yeah.
Well, this was in floor 5, which I don't think that's very high, actually. Rack 21. It's interesting. So yeah, there's nothing that would indicate why that would be like that. Yeah.
We actually did match picks once. One from like Rick, like floor, Rick 2 was, almost on the floor, and then one from the very top, which I think is 9. Right. And it was like, same proof. You could instantly tell which one was which. So I mean, they were both aged about the same. It was clear as day.
Yeah. Very interesting. So, yeah. So I wish I could say I was part of the team that picked that, but I was not. I was on the Total Wine pick team, but when they did a bunch of Knob Creek picks. This was from the era when I was doing them, but they went and did all those at one time, and they had a deal where they got a bunch of older ones. So they said they could, they had some older stock, and Jim Fosnot, who is on some of these events from time to time, you see him. He made a beeline there to pick those back when he was in charge for Total Wine here in the St. Louis region. So yeah, very cool stuff. So there you go. There is our Knob Creek thing. So very cool stuff. A great night. And again, they're all good in their own way for sure. Not really a bad one. Obviously some favored over others, but really at the top, we had 3 that were pretty darn close. Only 1 point separated those top 3. So that's pretty crazy. So good night for sure. I'll turn off the recorder because we do make this available for the folks. We do have a couple that signed up for this, did not make it tonight. So hopefully they'll drink theirs and follow along. But I'll stick around. Got any questions? Want to talk bourbon, anything like that? I always do that. So we'll say goodbye, but that's just for the at-home audience. See you guys.
Thanks, guys.